I quit my teaching job June 26, 2026, and I did not make a single sale in real estate. So you might be wondering, why did you do this? I've been in real estate probably since September, so going on 7 months, and things have started to snowball, like meaning I'm getting traction. I had one under contract, I have 3 listings now, and multiple buyers about to go into contract. So you're probably wondering, why in the world would you leave a steady teaching job to pursue real estate, which is nothing but chaos, right? A roller coaster, up and down, up and down. And the reason why is I kind of wasn't having passion for teaching anymore. I wasn't seeing the things that I wanted to see in terms of like colleagues, and it just wasn't a good fit for me anymore. And I have a lot of respect for teachers, and I just saw this wasn't for me anymore. And so I resigned, and people freaked out. And I don't blame them. I kind of freaked out myself. It's a big thing to do. I got literally no sales. Why in the world would you do that? But I had a gut feeling. I was like, I'm going to do really well at this, and I need to put 100% in to be the version of myself that I want to be. And how this all started is, once I got into real estate, I saw the mindset that it required, and I began like looking into self-help books, personal development, and next thing you know, I was reading tons and tons of books. And it just started to change my thinking, and I started to see the patterns of a 9 to 5 or a W-2 job where you can't wait to get to Friday. You're just sitting there looking at the clock, hoping for it to be over. And teaching especially, I don't think they're paid enough. I know people like to, beat up teachers sometimes, like they have summers off and things like that. But there's a lot going on in schools in terms of kids and the pressure from parents and the expectations and the lack of accountability. It has become a torturous job in a way, and a thankless. There are teachers that are in that district that are amazing, like some of the best teachers I've ever seen, but they don't make any different pay than the teachers that's not doing anything across the hall. And that was something that really bothered me. And one of the factors why I left, not always, I just didn't have the passion anymore. But anyways, this video is just to record me as I go through this journey. People might think I'm crazy. I think I'm a little crazy. My wife supported me, surprisingly. She was like, you can do this. But I just wanted to share this. I don't know if anybody else is going through a big change in their life. They're trying to, take on some new adventure. Maybe they're nervous too. I'm here. Share in the comments. What are you doing? I'd love to hear what, new adventure you're on, or what risk you're thinking about taking. And I also highly, highly suggest people look into reading every single day. You got to find the time. If you're not improving yourself, you're never going to get where you want in life. And I can tell you, each day I see a difference in myself. When I'm learning, I'm constantly improving. But you have to work on yourself more than you do your own job. That's a Jim Rohn quote that I love. And I'm seeing the progress because I'm putting the work in. I'm putting the development in. And this kind of all spiraled into, I have an app. If no one, you're probably new to me, no one's going to really watch this, but I have an app called Beyond Capable, and all it talks about is being grateful every day, measuring through your wins, and journaling to reflect. And the reason I bring this up is we don't do this enough, right? We're always looking at what we don't have rather than what we do. And this journaling has brought about a change in my mindset where I'm constantly being grateful for things, and I'm seeing more things that I'm grateful for in my day-to-day life because it's become a daily practice. And this is super important in any sales job because we don't get paid a salary. It is mentally torturous. You are, 1 second you might have a big payday, one second you don't. So that's why people think it's crazy, is they're like, you don't know if you're going to get paid. But I'm taking that risk. I'm betting on myself. And that's something I love about this, is you have to be all in. You can't be burned out. And that's something that kind of made me go away from teaching, is the complaining, burnt out, people getting tenure and abusing it. And not all teachers do. There's amazing teachers, but there are teachers that are just abusing it. They take tenure and they're just sitting behind their desk, like doing God knows what. And then across the hall, you have a teacher just like working endlessly, doing everything they can to change kids' lives. and they're making the same amount of money. And to me, it's crazy. Obviously, there's fulfillment in it, but I think eventually there should be some kind of incentivization for teachers that, like awards, like we noticed this person's doing this, you're going to get a bonus this week or something. They deserve to be rewarded, the better teachers, because we need more of them and we need less teachers behind the desk doing the bare minimum and just waiting to get to the weekend. But this is pretty much it. You can follow along. I'm going to put this on YouTube. No one's probably going to watch it, and that's fine. It's just really for me to watch and see the journey into what I'm doing. If you're following along, great. Please share what you're doing right now, what you're working on, any books that you're reading. I would love to hear it. I would love to hear everyone else's journey that they're thinking about doing or they haven't done, or maybe you've started a new business, anything like that. I'd be super interested to hear. This is really just to create like a little talking place for people that maybe don't feel like they have anybody to talk to about this, or they feel like people are like, oh, that's a big risk. Don't do it. Don't do that. That's scary. Don't do it. And let me tell you something. People that face the most uncertainty are the ones that are able to have the most success. Sorry about that. Meaning, like, if you do the same thing everyone else is doing, you're going to get the same results, right? But if you do things that only a few people are doing, that's how you get to those results that other people don't understand why they can't get to. But anyways, this is way too long. If you like this, comment below what you're doing. I know usually there's docs and videos on here, so maybe I'll start a different channel. Anyways,